moment. And I thank God for everything. And I think this story people have to watch it. This part people have just to watch it. It's very interesting and it's very funny. I think this is a moment that I think we can give a devil a score. He really cornered me, but I thank God for everything. I thank God for everything. Now I'm home, and being home, being encouraged and being uh, getting this aids from my father, and now I'm okay. And it was a time. It also in this period is when my dad was also giving me some of the things that happened, the current heart of God, the current heartbeat of God, and what God wanted at the moment. And so it reached a time now, after now taking that long holiday, it's not the time now I'm about also getting back to school. We have stayed for a longer period of time. It was like 2 months.
Okay.
Now we are at home for the Form 4s to finish their national examination. And so, I'm about to go back to school. So the next day, which I'm now supposed to go to school, my father came and woke me up.
Yeah.
Just knocked my room and woke me up. And he said, "Hey, Joel, it's time. It is time. Again, you're going back to school." And he said a funny phrase that, when you're always going back to school is when I always come back to my sense that you're a student. But when you're at home, you look
bigger.
You look bigger. You're not like a student. But when you wear your uniforms, it's still
tiny.
small and tiny. And it's time, my son. It's time. So come, let us talk and let us move on. And he told, my son, I will not tell you a lot. I will tell you some few things that will help you out in school. So I sat down to listen to these words of a father, which was to charge me. And remember, fathers don't think what to say.
Just giving them.
In my life, even when we used to walk with my father along the road, anywhere, because many times we used to be together, I never struggled. It's like things were just coming automatically. And that moment is when my heart will connect very quickly. This is God speaking. It's not just a man speaking here. It is God speaking. And so you have to capture those things and put them down. It's speaking out, but yes, this is something that's coming from above because it was a revelation that God was revealing at the time. And so he never thought of some things to write or some things to say,
And
just came. And so this time around, he's sitting with me down and he's telling me, my son, I will tell you simple things which will help you out in your academic. And he told me, my son, this is something that I've been using over years. All my years, this is what I've been using. This is what have been helping me and being pushing me forward. I want you to use this method also. Every single time, my son, when I want to drive, this is something that have been automatic in my life. Even before beginning driving, these are the words that I always tell God, the Holy Spirit of God. I always tell the Holy Spirit, the Spirit of God, come down here. Come down here. Come down and drive with me. Let us drive together. Let us move together.
Yes.
Let us hold this steering wheel together. At that moment, the Holy Spirit will come and then drive together. He have never got an accident all the days of his life. And he told me again, when somebody always come with a difficult question, even before he start asking me that question,
yes,
he always interact with the Spirit of God from within his heart. That God give me wisdom. Wisdom to be able to respond and answer these questions. Give me wisdom. And so at that moment, it's like he told me, this is what I mean, my son. I want you to go to the school. And I want you to do and use this method, and it will be helping you along. You will come back here with the good news. So go in school and do this thing which I'm telling you. Whenever the teacher comes in the class, I want you to be doing this. Before even the moment you see the teacher comes in the class, let this interaction be taking place in your heart every single day. That, oh God, come down and give me the understanding of these things that the teacher will be teaching.
Wow. Wow.
Give me the understanding, give me wisdom to capture these things. Bring my mind together to be able to understand these things. Be here, the Holy Spirit, with me. Let us write together. Let us listen together.
Oh my goodness.
And it was a method that my father gave to me. And I think students can follow that. Every single time the teacher comes in the class, tell the Holy Spirit, tell God, God, listen with me. If you are a person who is walking with God, and the person who is beginning walking with God, tell God, God, be with me in every situation, in every circumstance, not just necessarily as a student, but in everything that you do, that you're about to do. Tell God, be with me. Make these things move right in the right direction. It's like, let God be there. And so I used to tell God, listen together with me.
Yes. Yes.
And you could feel an energy of God, the power of God surrounding your mind, and you're attentive and you're listening. And you can sense there's somebody here with me.
Now listening to this mathematics and this geography and history.
Goodness. Some hard concepts, you're able now to get them.
Oh my goodness.
And I think here now, people now are trying to say, hey, you got an A. Now, the people may think that,
this guy, we expect A's and B's and everything.
And we expect this guy to improve and shift.
Super
smart guy. So now it's time now, I'm about to go to school. And that day, I was feeling as if, I don't want to go to school now. No, and it's like I'm reluctant and I don't want to move very quickly. I don't want to do anything. At that moment, preparing slowly and, doing my own things. And there was one of the motorcycle, the one guy who was the rider who was trusted with the family. I was called to take me to school. So he came and we started riding to going to school. I knew, oh my goodness, I will reach there late. And I never knew who was on duty on that day. So I coming in the school gate, I'm late. I found students who are late. I've been told to kneel down.
And you're also late.
I'm also late. I'm among them.
Oh my goodness.
And it's like this was shaking hell out of my life, because I found one of the teacher who was really feared by the students, who was a wrong number.
A no-nonsense teacher.
A no-nonsense teacher. Yeah. I really feel, this was really funny. I think this was, oh my God.
Have you ever been caned before?
Yeah, I remember this time now back in Form 1, I just failed a Swahili test. And I think that day I tested her cane.
The only teacher who have caned you?
Oh my goodness.
The only one?
Yeah, it was painful. And it's like, oh my goodness. How she's on duty. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. She's on duty. What? I said in myself, like, hey, what will I do? And I really fear canes. At that time,
and other students are watching to see this holy man being caned.
Yeah, exactly. And I think people were excited seeing me being caned, because sometimes they waited to see
Joel Austeene
being caned by this teacher. It's like this teacher was feared by students. It's like she was always straight to the point.
Tough,
very tough. She was always straight to the point. No nonsense. Not a lot of things. You come in with the truth, you're delivered, you're free. Come here with the nonsense,
she'll deal with it.
Will shape you. And I think the way she did things, the way she did things in the school, it really made my behavior and my discipline to take a certain graph. It's like she made my discipline to be constant every single time. And I thank God for her. Because of how she used to do things in school. It's not that I also feared her, but I feared her, yes, but there's how she used to discipline people that made my discipline to be like, hey, I don't want to be found in the same issue.
Oh.
I don't want to be found in these acts that people are being found into. It's like she shaped my discipline. And even to a point, there's a time people notice that this is the most disciplined boy in the school. That is what teacher Madam Miriam, she was called Madam Miriam. That is what she did. And it's like she never knew she was doing that. She was shaping my discipline each day.
Until you became the most disciplined student.
Until I became the most disciplined, I was given reward
As the
most disciplined student
in the entire school.
Exactly. And this is one of the teachers that I was introduced to by Madam Roskadiga, because she now used to connect with other teachers. And it's like she used to tell me, Joel, I don't want you to fear Madam Miriam. She's the best teacher you can ever find in this school. She's the best teacher. She's my friend. I know her. Do this. Be going to her for Swahili papers. Be going to her for Swahili papers and some questions and inshas. Go there. She will help you out. She's a good teacher. Just that some students have just decided to behave the way they're behaving, and so her life.
They have made her strict.
Exactly. That is the reason. But she's a good teacher. Try your best, Joel, and make a relationship. So I used to take papers from her and do it, and maybe take her to her in some Misha, maybe do in some Insha and do them. She corrects them, and she helps me out. But this time round, I was caught.
Shit again. Holding a kid.
I could not justify myself. I'm late. What will I do? So I knelt there down, but nervous. My heart is almost keying out of my heart. I could not handle this. I'm sweating. I'm nervous. I can't move. And what happened is that I said, no way. I can't let this teacher to cane me. I can't let this teacher to cane me. Oh my goodness. I said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. In those days, people believed in me. All teachers, even some...
The entire school.
Even if some students used to do, maybe it's a class, and they have done a mistake, and it's like the whole class is being taken in the staff room, and Joel Austeene is among them. Joel Austeene go to class. Not that they favored me, but they believed in me. Because of the faith that I was spreading in the school.
And fear in God.
The fear of God in my life. So they believed in me. So I said, oh my goodness, I have no other choice but to lie. No other choice but to lie. Just to escape this canes. No, she was not with that. It was not just only one teacher. There were like 5 of them, and they were about to cane. Every teacher is caning you.
So there are 5 teachers.
Some five teachers adding now Madam Miriam.
So you are caned by this one and this one and this one. 5 canes.
My goodness, maybe 5 canes because you have misbehaved.
And you got another teacher, or she was just the only one in the gate?
No, there were other teachers. So all teachers, they are there to cane us.
Oh my goodness!
And remember, every teacher, they're caning you with the number of strokes that they want. The number of strokes that they want. So it's like if one teacher canes you 5 strokes, or maybe one teacher canes you 3 or 2, the other teacher will say, "May I cane you 5? May I cane you 3? May I cane you 2?" So that is how. So now
combination.
The combination.
Combined effort.
Oh my goodness! I feared this. I said, I can't help it out. I just have to lie. I'm sorry. I just have to lie. Even if you believe in me.
The devil cornered you.
This is the day the devil cornered me.
They cornered you.
And I cooked a story. I now had to cook a story. A very interesting one.
To rescue yourself.
To rescue myself. They knew that my father was a doctor. My father was a doctor. So maybe he went for a night shift and so he got late.
Or in a theater.
In a theater somewhere doing a surgery, and so now he told me, no, my son, you have to wait for me. You don't have to go to school now before I see you. I really, I'm coming. So give me some fuel. And my father's the one who made me to be late.
My goodness.
Because he told me to wait for him, and it's like time was running out. And so I waited for my father, and my father came, and it's that the moment he started talking with me. I was like, okay, Joel, okay, it's an interesting story. But she said, Joel, no, you have still not convinced me. No.
Not convinced.
I told her that my father will talk with the principal about my issue. Okay, you have said that your father have talked about principal. Then go to the principal's office. He's there right now, and tell him to write for you a letter and bring it to me. So I went to, even before moving there, I said, today I am a dead meat.
You're a dead meat.
I'm dead. A student walking their life but dead.
Goodness.
And I was imagining deputy principal and then principal. Deputy principal was one of the person who was really feared in the school. I formed his picture back then. This was a lion in the school.
A lion?
It's just a human being, but I don't know.
With the spirit of a lion?
Oh my goodness. It was feared like nothing else. Some students who used to act as if they are mischievous, or used to, act mischievously, they used to be like holy people or holy students when he's around. Those people who smokes bangs in the school and break school's rules, that day they will be holier than thou. Those people will be holy. And it's like discipline, good people. Nobody that day can bring in maybe nonsense or nonsense in the classes. No way. The students were straight. And I was imagining going in that office, because first you meet the deputy principal and then principal. So I was imagining, it was the disciplinary master in the school.
Wow.
This is a disciplinary master in the school. He was very tough than all teachers in the school. This was Mr. Frederick Nyakina. He was feared by all students. I could not imagine going to talk with principal but passing him. Imagining passing him and going to Mr. Principal's office to talk with principal. I just failed. I said, I'm dead. And I was telling God, oh God, just come and rescue me. Just come.
So the image that you had for Mr. Friend.
Oh my goodness.
Very tough man.
It scared me off. So I went now and I saw now my principal. He was talking with one of the constructor. So I went to him and he told the constructor, just wait a bit, give me a minute, and he bended in, I think I was short.
He bent the ear.
He bent the ear and he was hearing my case. Tell me, Joel, what's up? Explain to me. And I told him the case that I had, the case that I had, that my father had said that he will talk to you about my case.
Yes.
But Madam Miriam wants a letter. And he told me, no, I'm busy now. So what you will do, go to Mr. Frederick, now deputy principal, to help you out. I said, now, even I confirmed whether I'm okay. I confirmed whether I'm okay.
You're still alive.
Am I alive? Deputy principal, the disciplinary master in the school, whom students fear in the entire school. Oh my, I'm dead. I went there and all that I had in mind was a lie. All that was in my mind was cooked up. Just a story. And I went there and I could not imagine beginning talking with this guy. And our eyes met in the air. And it's like, oh my goodness, this is Mr. Fred. We have met. The moment we met is like, what is it, Joel? Welcome. Talk with me. What is up? And it's like, hey, I've never seen him like that before. I've never had him talking like that before with any student. But today
You
is
saw him
polite,
before,
a
like,
different person. Hey, I was like, oh my goodness, is he saved today? What is wrong? And it's like, hey, what is wrong? You have changed his tune, his tone. It's like, it's a different person. The way he was talking to me. And he told me to tell him what I'm about to say. And I began telling him about my case. And I told him how my father had said, and the way Madam Miriam has sent me, and the letter that she wanted. And it's like, the moment I finished telling the story, again, she looked at me. And it's like, oh my goodness, the way she is looking at me, and it's like, he knows that I'm lying. It's like,
it's like somebody who have been dealing with investigation.
It's like a DCI or somebody who knows that this guy is really lying. It's like, I told myself, oh, he knows that I'm lying. Oh my goodness, I'm dead. I'm really dead. I could not imagine that this guy knows that I've lied. And he called me 3 times. Joel, 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 Joel. And it's like, yes, yes. Do you know that I'm lying? It's like I was asking myself in my heart, you know that I'm lying? It can't be. It can't be. And he started saying, Joel, Joel, Joel. He called me 3 times and he's like, said, hey, Joel, I know you're lying to me. You're lying to me. Your father who came, your father, your spiritual father who came just recently, the way I saw him and the way we met and the way we talked together and the way he talked with us, that is not the father that I know. Joel, you're lying. Your father is a man of integrity. You're lying. It's like, oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
And I said in my heart, oh my goodness, you know him. You know him. You know him. He's a man of integrity. I was lying. And he told me, Joel, your father cannot make you to break the school rules. You're supposed to come here early. Your father knows. And the moment he finished that, he entered in the area that I never knew or I never understood before. It's something that it was new to me. He entered in a sector that even made me cry like a child. I could not hold my tears. He told me, Joel, you're lying to me, but I want to ask you questions and you answer me. I want to ask you, just like Job's incident. I want to ask you.
Live for yourself as a man.
Exactly. I want to ask you a question and answer me. And he told me, first of all, he told me a story. He told me, Joel, I want to tell you something that you've never known. When your mother came in this school, she was crying at the moment. She was crying at the moment. She came to me and she found me in the office. And the moment she found me in the office, she was helpless and like hopeless. Nobody to support her case. I was there listening to her. That she had a son whom he loved so much. That she never wanted her son to feel as if there's no hope. That she can't help out. She never wanted her son to feel that way. She wanted to navigate and find the victory. It's like she wanted good for you. She wanted you to study. She wanted you to become the best. That is what your mom, and she was crying at the moment. She was helpless and she told me that she don't have a school fees to pay for your school fees. She don't have the school fees to pay for your school fees. And then she asked me, do you know whom allowed you in the school? And I said, no, I don't know. Do you know, do you know who allowed you to be in the school and who have been paying for you the school fees? And I said, I don't know. Do you know who have been responsible for your personal things in this school, like things like rim paper, things that are felt needed in the school? Do you know? And I said, no, I don't know. And that is the moment also he brought in the story of my mom again. telling that your mom came here crying, have no hope, have no way forward. But at that moment, I told her, bring your son. Bring your son. She was crying, literally crying, no hope. She said there's no school fees and she don't want her son to feel as if she cannot help out. She was helpless completely. But I said, bring your son. And that is the moment you came in the school. That is the moment you came in the school and allowed you to be in the school and study. And he told me, Joel, the moment I saw you, when you came, I saw greatness inside you. I saw that greatness inside you. And I've been really touched by how you have been explaining your God to the people. I'm touched by the way you are expressing your heart to these students, how your God turned in your life and how he rescued your life. I'm pleased, I'm touched by that. Do not leave that God who turned in your life. Do not leave that God. Do not turn away from that God. Hold on, hang on that God.
Hang on that God.
Hold that God. And he told me, I want you to impress and I want you to make your mother, that woman, proud. Joel, you can do your best and make your mother proud. You can do your best.
Yes.
You can do it. You can do it, Joel. We can support each other until you make that woman proud. Let us make that woman proud. And he told me, I want to hear this kind of cases. The one that you told, I heard you telling Madam Rose Kadiga that Mr. Caleb Omolo, one of the teacher, he was one of the teacher there. I was also one of the funny teacher, and he also loved me just that way. And you know,
he was teaching you what?
He was teaching me history. And there's a time he was teaching until there's a time it's like that history entered in me, and I used to get an A.
Wow.
He was the best teacher. It's like I used to get an A. It's like history is like it was part of his life. He just loved history. And I think Mr. Caleb Omondo for really also helping me out for in those moments that I also needed a teacher who can help me to get this kind of. And so Mr. Fred told me, "Hey Joel, those kind of cases that I want to hear from you. Those are good cases from
good
you.
reports.
Good reports from you. I want to hear those cases that you got an A. You're making your mother proud.
Yeah.
I want to see that." I could not hold my tears. I could not hold it. I cried all my tears. I really cried like a child. And all the students who were there outside could not understand why I was crying. And I told him, hey, I've been needing someone to hold my hands in terms of academic. I've been depressed in some previous days. It's like my grades are dropping and dropping every single time. He also touched about my grades. I've been seeing your graph and they're dropping. I never knew he had been seeing my education graph.
I've been monitoring it.
You have been monitoring it.
And this is the man who have been paying for your school fees without you know it?
I never knew that he was the one. I never knew. This is the moment that I came to realize he was the one.
And the one that you came to lie to?
I came to lie to. And he knew that I was lying.
Oh my goodness. So did he lie to you later?
And he told me, first of all, he told me, Joel, take this letter. I will help you. I will walk with you. I will walk with you and I will help you to come up and we can make that woman proud. So you can come later. I could not hold my tears. Even when I was walking out of that room with the letter.
Still crying.
Still crying. People could not understand why Joel is crying. It really reminded me of the struggles that we had with my mom. The struggles and the tough moments that we had with my mom. The struggles that my mom had to face because of my life. You know, that made me cry. So I went back to Madam Miriam and I gave her the letter. Going there, I found her arguing with one of the students that why are you letting Joel to go and you are putting us here? Why letting Joel go? But as you're leaving us here, and it's like, what is wrong? And it's like, if you want me to let you go, please go to principal. Let him give you a letter. You know what that student was saying? That maybe we bribed the teacher. Because my father was rich. We bribed the teacher to allow me in. That was not the truth. That was not the fact. That guy never knew how the devil cornered me that day. He never knew
what do you tell Mr. Fred now? That day, you just tell Mr. Fred you are the truth now.
Now, yeah.
And Madam Miriam.
Yeah, Madam Miriam.
Yes, sir. This is the time. This is the moment.
Where you are. The devil cornered me. I could not help it.
You feared her strokes.
I fear those strokes. That discipline was it's in a high level, so it was a very tough level of discipline, So I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. Also, Mr. Fred, you are like a father to me. But this day,
He was able to see.
He was able to realize, hey, this guy is lying. The way he was putting his face, this boy, and now he called me Joel. You're lying. You're lying. I'm really sorry, but but you really helped my discipline to take a certain shift and a graph. Take another shift in my life in such a way that in such a time as the one that I was in, until I got a reward because of you. I got a reward because of you until my principal told me congratulations. Congratulations, Joel, because of that acknowledgement that you have been known to be one of the most disciplined in the school.
Okay.
So, people, the students never loved the way they did things, but they never knew how it was helpful, even in their next future. They never knew. That it was shaping. So, I don't know how to think, but may God bless you where you are. May God reach you. May God increase you. And I know God is doing something great. May God really bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.